the channel. I'm Mr. Giggles, and this month it's Spooky Month. So sit back, relax, and get spooked.
Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts, and I watched The Monkey with the tagline "Everybody dies," and that's fucked up. Yo, this movie is pretty new, you know, it's almost 8 months old. And we all seen a monkey like this, you know, probably in a cartoon or something. But then it's not a drumming monkey, but it's one with those, you know, clapping things, you know, ding 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 ding, you know. So I expected I actually kind of be that kind of monkey, but it was still, you know, nice. Let's just start with the movie, shall we? We're in a pawn shop behind the counter, and we get some different shots, you know, from the merchandise. And a guy comes in. He's holding the monkey. He looks around and then walks to the counter, puts it down, and then, you know, like you know, he's in a hurry, you know, he's pressing that bell on the counter, you know, ding 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 ding, you know. And then from the back we see a guy step out, puts on the glasses, and you know, the client basically that just came in, you know, greets, "Hi there." And the guy walks to the counter and he points out the blood that is, you know, on him. And he tries to be, you know, all nonchalant for, "Oh, you know, he's looking down for, "Oh, yeah, it's not even mine." Yeah, that doesn't make it any better. But we're also gonna leave it at that, because if you want to know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. Well, the movie wasn't even 5 minutes in, and we had our first death already. I think around 4 minutes 30 seconds, 4 minutes 20 seconds, around that time. The monkey start to play, you know, ding 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 ding, you know. And we saw a rat, you know, walking. We saw that rat in one of the shots, but we saw it walking, and then it stopped at the rope. That, you know, it was biting the rope. You know, it was gnawing on the rope. The rope snapped. Something fell over. It hit one of the other merchandise that we saw. It was maybe scuba gear with, you know, the scuba person, you know, model, whatever you want to call it, you know, holding a harpoon. Harpoon shoots, and the guy behind the counter is shot right through him, through his belly. Then the monkey did one more, you know, the arm came down, one last beat, and the harpoon retracted, disemboweling the guy behind the counter, and, you know, made jeez, I'm blanking on the name from your intestines. You know, the intestine, you know, string, you know, like a rope, from the counter all the way to the other side of the pawn shop, you know, to the scuba guy. basically, you know. And just a whole string, and then the guy fell, you know, behind the counter because obviously he's dead. You know, he fell down, but that, Jesus Christ, that was in the first 5 minutes. And from that point on, I knew that this movie is gonna be a good movie, because if you start to move like that, usually you're gonna have a great time with the movie. You know, if shit goes down in the first few minutes before the actual movie actually starts, yo, you just know that this movie is gonna be good, because they have to keep up. Yo, they can't do a death in the first 5 minutes and then nothing. Except for in the last half hour. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to have some killing in between too. And we got some killing in between. The babysitter called Annie Wilkes. Misery? Well, she wasn't a #1 fan. I've done Misery on the channel, go watch it. I think right? I've done Misery on the channel, right? Yeah, I've done Misery on the channel. I've seen Misery once. And it has to be on the channel. Good movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it yourself. Sorry, I just have to find out. What? Haven't I done Misery on the channel? No fucking way. Really? Okay, apparently I haven't done it on the channel. I thought I've done it on the channel because this is probably one of those movies that I legit just watched before I've started the channel. Yeah, I've seen more of those movies, like Scream. Yeah, I've just seen Scream, or the Halloween franchise. I've just seen it, or Freddy Krueger. The whole Nightmare on Elm Street. I've just seen those just before I started the channel. Just before I started doing YouTube. So, okay, I have seen Misery, but it was just before the channel, so I have to bring that movie also to the channel, and I still remember what happened, I obviously have seen also the Family Guy version with Stewie Wilkes and Brian as the writers. I really thought I'd done it on the channel. That's really a surprise actually to me. Huh. Jesus. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, Annie Wilkes was not from Misery this time. She was with the two kids, Hal and Billy. Twin boys. She went with them to Hibachi, and she's the babysitter, And the monkey was for some reason in the car. And it started again. And Hibachi did a trick. And I don't know what he did, but for some reason, suddenly she started to got the line on her neck. Then she looked at Hal, and her head slid off her neck onto the hot plate, from the Hibachi chef. Because, obviously, if you don't know, Hibachi is the one, where the chef is right in front of you, and you're sitting around, the hot plate where he is doing, where he's cooking your food, and doing some tricks, tossing maybe a shrimp, that you get, you've seen the videos probably, that. So, her head slid off, and then, on the hot plate. Jeez. That was this one. Oh, this one was. I didn't expect this death. There was Hal was calling with Billy, I think. Billy called Hal. Hal went outside because he was with his son at the motel, and yeah, it was in the middle of the night, and he was standing under a roof, and there was a ventilator, on top of it, spinning, and a woman that was just coming out, coming outside. Yeah, put her off the rope, in a swimsuit, and he was calling, and that ventilator, slid down, fell on the ground, almost hit Hal, but didn't. And there was a garden hose, that was, water is coming out. Usually that's what the garden hose are used for, for water. Coming out, and that was going into the pool. So that the ventilator hit the ground, gave an electric shock, and that shock went, through the water of the garden hose into the pool. Okay, but you would think probably dispersed, and the lady isn't in the water yet, so it should be fine. Well, I wouldn't go in myself, but it should be fine because it's not a constant electricity that is going through the water right now. It was just one shock, and then that thing was broken. So, but that thing, was going into the water, and then she was going on the plank, and he saw that he was, wait, and she dove, and the moment she touched the water, she exploded. Just BAM! And I was, oh shit, I didn't expect that. That was pretty cool actually, and a really unexpected way of dying. I was just found, maybe electrocuted. No, she exploded. Holy shit. And then he went inside. Hal went back inside to his room with Son to get the fuck out of there. And he woke his son up, who is named Petey. Why Petey? Why not Pete or Peter? No, Petey. Petey. And it's not his kid isn't small, he's maybe 15, maybe 16, around that age. So Petey, I think he's a bit, I still use my name, but which also I don't on why, but Jimmy, E. But still, Petey sounds more like a little boy, Hey Petey, it sounds more like a little boy. I would expect more. You call him Peter or Pete, But anyway, so he went into the room, hey, wake up, we have to go. And Petey, and Petey goes up. Well, I said, I'll go back to sleep, And Hal, he started to scream. But that scene was so fucking funny because he went from we make like eggs and we scramble, just full force, screaming, and it's just that he says we make like eggs and scramble, it's just because he says that, and he's so angry. Just it was so fucking funny. Yeah. Near the ending of the movie, and maybe in the last half hour, Bill had the monkey, the twin brother of Hal. They were estranged, and Bill turned the doll, the monkey, every day, just to kill Hal, but it never did. So he got a guy that went to a sale that got a monkey and then sold the monkey to him or something like that, or gave the monkey to him. But the guy want to have the monkey back, and Bill was like, well, not gonna happen. So the guy went home, and he has a deadbeat father, so the father is not there anymore, and he was a cop. So he put on his father's cop uniform, took a gun, and went to another motel. Went to the motel where Petey and Hal were staying. It was a different hotel than from the Screaming. And he open up cops, the other. Then when he opened up, he basically kidnapped them, and they went to Bill's place. Peter went inside. He ordered Petey to go inside, and get the monkey for him. So Petey went, and eventually Petey turned the key, even though Hal said don't do it. So Petey turned the key, and then the monkey obviously grins and start to play. And a bit earlier we saw there was a wasp's nest hanging from a branch, and the branch after the monkey played started to lower a bit. Oh shit. And the guy that kidnapped them, was from, this head is itchy, So he started to scratch, maybe with his handgun, not with the handgun itself, but with his hand where the gun is inside, that he's holding the gun with, So he's scratching, and then, he shot the window by accident, and maybe even the wasp's nest. And there was a hole, in the front window, or in the windshield, whatever. And then a wasp looked outside of the nest. And Hal was like, oh shit. Do I need to back up? No, you stay. And then the wasp flew with the whole swarm, flew through that little bullet hole all the way in the mouth. It was like Candyman, where bees are coming out of his mouth. Be my victim, which I've also seen probably before the channel. I've seen the classic horrors before the channel. I think I haven't done Leprechaun, I think, on the channel, so that one I've seen also probably before the channel. But anyway, so all the wasps inside, shooting, poof. Then Hal, after that, slowly gets out while the wasps are digging through his face, coming out. Jeez, that was also very cool. Very cool to have. The effects in this movie are really, really good. Really like it. And like I said at the beginning, in the first 5 minutes you have a death, so they have to keep up with bringing death, and they surely did. And they, I didn't know even what the movie would be about, or what the monkey what the monkey does, but it definitely full hard delivered. So I will give this movie a high 4, low 5. It was a very good movie. I really enjoyed it. Maybe even on the brink of a 5 out of 5. But go watch the movie yourself. Leave likes, recommend a good monkey related movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, come join Discord. Speaking of monkeys, I've also seen Planet of the Apes, the original Planet of the Apes from 1960. I've seen the movies, the original franchise. I've seen them. Also before I start the channel, but I will bring that one to the channel, and I will also bring the remake to the channel. But subscribe also to my second channel, Underdog Eats, where we do foods drinks weekly. You get weekly food and drinks, but also from time to time hot sauce and alcohol. And also I have a third channel, Underdog Reacts, where we do primarily music. I've done also some other videos on there, but we do primarily music. But I'm gonna leave that, so come join Discord, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.